Wikiland 85 here, and I'm going to be talking about Christmas, the light that survived the dark. Imagine a frozen forest as snow drifts slowly through the moonlight and ancient fires burn against a black sky. Long before Christmas had a name, humanity feared the dark. Each year, the days grew shorter and the nights longer, and people across the world wondered if the sun would ever return. Nearly every ancient civilization celebrated the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year, believing the sun was being reborn. In ancient Rome, December erupted in celebration. Saturnalia, a festival of feasting, gift giving, and role reversal. Slaves dined as equals, the work stopped, orders dissolved, if only briefly. Romans exchanged small gifts called sigillaria, an early echo of modern Christmas presents. The birth of Christ, a child in the shadows. Before the world learned his name, the night was already heavy. The Roman Empire ruled by census and command. Power measured people, ordered them to move, to count, and to obey. And because of that command, two travelers walked along the road to Bethlehem, Joseph and Mary. She was young, poor, and carrying a child no one expected. There were no banners, no witnesses waiting, and no record written by historians that night. Just footsteps on a dirt road, and breath turning to mist in the cold air. Bethlehem was crowded, with every room taken and every door closed, so the child was born where animals slept, not because it was poetic, but because there was nowhere else. He was wrapped in cloth and laid in a feeding trough. The Son of God, placed where the hungry eat. That detail mattered. In the ancient world, mangers symbolized survival, food, and life. Even his first resting place spoke of what he would become. The Gospels never tell us a date. No December, no snow. Shepherds were still watching fields, suggesting a warmer season. And Christmas would come later. What mattered was the moment. Shepherds were the first to hear. Not kings, not priests, shepherds. Men were considered unclean, uneducated, and invisible. And the angel's message reaches them first. That was the pattern. The powerful weren't summoned. The forgotten were. Wise men came later, from the east. Not three. The Bible never gives a number. They follow the sky, a star or a sign or something no one fully understands. They didn't arrive at a stable. They arrived at a house because their journey took time. Gold, frankincense, and myrrh, gifts for a king, a priest, and a sacrifice. Even at his birth, the shadow of the cross was present. Herod heard rumors, a king born without permission. So fear answered faith, and children were killed, and families fled. And the child who came to bring peace became a refuge. Jesus did not enter a safe world. He entered a dangerous one. No choir sang in the streets, and no empire noticed. Yet centuries later, his birth would reshape calendars, cultures, and time itself. But that came later. At the beginning, there was only breath and cold air, a mother's exhaustion, a father's quiet fear, and a child born into poverty, wrapped in cloth and placed among animals. God did not arrive with force. He arrived as a baby, vulnerable, dependent, human. And that is the part we forget. Christmas is not the story of comfort. It is the story of humility, of divinity choosing limitation, of heaven entering earth quietly, so quietly that the world almost missed it. And yet, here we are, still telling the story, still lighting candles, still marking time. By the night hope entered the dark. Christians would later call him Jesus. By the 4th century, Christianity had spread across the empire. Church leaders chose December 25th not to erase old traditions, but to transform them. Early Christians used evergreen branches to symbolize eternal life, a tradition far older than the Christmas tree. In medieval Europe, Christmas became a season, not a single day. 12 days of feasting, music, and mischief. The Yule log was burned for days to bring protection and good fortune, and many Christmas carols began as drinking songs sung outdoors. Imagine a bearded bishop in flowing robes transitions into Santa Claus. He began as a man, Saint Nicholas, a 4th century bishop known for secret acts of kindness. Coins dropped down chimneys and gifts left in shoes. The modern image of Santa was popularized in the 1800s, and his red suit was cemented by the 20th century, not ancient traditions. In early America, Christmas was once illegal. Puritans saw it as pagan excess. Christmas was banned in Boston from 1659 to 1681. It wasn't until the 1800s that Christmas became a friendly, centered holiday in the U.S. Today, Christmas is celebrated across cultures and beliefs, a blend of faith, folklore, commerce, and memory. The Christmas tree at Rockefeller Center traces its roots to German traditions brought by immigrants. Christmas endures not because of what it became, but because of what it represents. Light and darkness, hope and winter, and the timeless belief that even in the coldest nights, warmth can be found. As always, check back for more, like, and subscribe. Thank you.